This is for you. This is for you. Forgive me. Oops, forgive me. Follow me. Follow me. This is yours. This is for you. This is yours. This is for you. This is for you.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. It's taking forever. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. It's taking forever. Testing, testing.
I've
Sometimes
experienced
does.
it. Yeah. It's
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me throw some eggs at stove.
Oh, we had one death there. Garage died.
Karash.
Come
He
back.
hasn't
Two.
died. He doesn't have. He hasn't died that much though. I think Karash has
Yeah.
been playing pretty damn stable because he's
Oh,
one of the.
wow.
Yeah, this is the only thing. A lot of the time, it isn't necessarily one person making a lot of the mistakes. It can be, 20 players. So
Yeah.
instead of wiping 20 times to the kind of same sort of culprits, you're kind of wiping 20 times, but everyone kind of making that one mistake
Yeah.
because it is challenging.
Yeah.
You are going to have the glaives that are offset, and it can catch anyone off guard.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you aware which is the person that is the one DPS that's not interrupting? Do you know who it is?
Yeah, Narcoles.
Ah, shit, he said. You weren't supposed to say it out loud.
Well, you
Oh.
asked him the question.
Yeah,
What?
I wonder. It was like more like a yes or no. It's like, do you know who's not interrupting?
There he is.
There he,
He
is.
does know who's
Yeah.
The
interrupting.
man, the
knows.
myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend, the Narcoles. He's the one person not assigned to interrupt.
Well,
He's
he,
the
He's the
backup.
backup.
he has the hardest job though. If
Yeah,
someone,
he does.
if someone messes up, he has to get on the case.
Yeah.
And it's probably most likely impossible because if you need a backup, it's most likely because an interrupt's already gone through
Yeah, maybe.
and it's sniped a few people,
It would
perhaps.
be, yeah. I mean, it would be like, how would you even say it? It's like group 2, like Narco 2.
Yeah, you have to say the group or the mob that you want interrupted and which kick you want interrupted.
All within a second of the interrupt
Yeah,
going
Well,
on.
Hopefully earlier, if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can. But yeah,
It's more like a thing of like, oh shit, I pressed it by accident
yeah, exactly,
already.
exactly.
And then he can
you
back it up and it
cover
would be like, okay, so it's like the second, like group 2, the third one. But like if somebody is like, oh, it's the second one, or they have to kick the third, but they try to kick the second one.
Yeah,
At that point, it's like 1 second. It's still too
yeah,
late. Like, there's
it
no
is very
saving that.
difficult. Yeah. Do you know if our warlocks are playing Fell Hunter, like Grimoire Fell Hunter,
They
and have
don't,
2 kicks?
but so they don't have 2 kicks, but they are kicking with X-Toss, I believe,
Extos?
or something like that.
Oh, Extos. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
I think
Yeah,
that's the.
That's
one
their
of
like baseline interrupt.
Yeah.
Which is kind of good because I remember getting my warlock to
God.
do anything in the raid
That's close.
That was a tight
was
one.
difficult.
Those claims, they sometimes get scary.
Yeah.
There's like one really cool clip of like Nice Memes, who's obviously holding the Dawn Crystal at that point.
Yeah.
And there's like the beam is like chasing him, and he's like over here, and it goes like this. And there's a glaive here, here, and here.
Oh wow.
And he's just completely like locked in, and he's just like, I'm gone, guys. Like, there's no surrender. I'll surrender.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was a.
We have exploded once again.
I think
Yeah.
that was a rune missed, or misalignment of them anyway. Perhaps from the instant explosion.
Yeah.
Or
It is so incredibly hard. It's like probably one. I would have mentioned like one of the hardest things in total to like get used to as a raid team, which is when you
Yeah.
go down this caveat of like you just chain wiping. How to snap out of that?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it isn't at that
That's
point.
a skill issue.
Quite literally. Great. See, he's getting good. He's getting good. It's like, it's such a hard thing to like snap out of. Because it's like, it's not even necessarily like people are hard tilting and playing
Yeah.
bad because tilt. It's just you get into that groove, and then that's what's starting to generate the tilt. So you need to
Yeah.
snap out of it before people actually get tilted.
Yeah. It's
It's
very
hard.
hard. It's very hard. The consistency on this boss is also like very hard to achieve.
Yeah.
We've seen like having a few nice pulls in in a row and then wiping for hours in P1.
Yeah.
For example, from both guilds, not even
Yeah, yeah.
just Echo. So it's very difficult to find that like groove for a long extended period of time, especially.
Yeah. It's like, and it's weird because like sometimes, like on this boss, you're just like, it's like Bellerin balls, right? It's like, it doesn't matter how good as a guild you are going to wipe to that mechanic.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when there's things like this, it's like, doesn't matter, over the course of 400 pulls, you are going to miss your interrupt once. I almost refuse to believe that there's a single player in that group that has not missed it once.
Yeah.
Like, some maybe more than others, right? But in reality, like once. And if that happens and it's just like a wrong kick, that's like, 20, that's like 15 wipes total already there. And it's like, if you are carrying the crystals, you're going to get hit by a glaive once. Like, it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like you're just going to have the window where a lot of those like inevitable mistakes might happen in the same time. And it is just super hard.
Yeah.
However, dear Jordan, we are done with our shift for today. We are going to have some lovely people join us on the couch instead. The boys obviously in the P1 pool. we can probably kind of sneak out.
Yeah, it does seem like our time is up, Kana, but we will be watching along with all of you in the caster room. Stove may or may not be staying, depending on how he feels, but we have Alex and Cruella about to approach the caster set here today, so we will throw to a short break. We'll be back with you soon. Bye!
Welcome back to the Race to Our First Advance by AMD. For those who are just tuning in, Echo witnessed the phase 4 and the kill could be at any time now. I'm Cruella and I'm being joined by the wonderful Alex.
Hello everyone. Yes, today is going to be a very, very exciting day. They have seen, as you rightfully said, Cruella, we have seen the last phase, the secret mythic phase, which I was in pure shock about yesterday. I almost went into hysterics. like literally the hysteria of just like cackling away, just not really understanding how Blizzard could be so cruel to our players.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the caster room during that moment, and we all were yelling. We were like, "Ooh, what's going on? You know, what's happening?"
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we complained about Spire, and Blizzard were like, "Oh, guys, yeah, here
Just
comes Lura."
Just wait, as this boss
Just wait.
is turning out to be. You know, yesterday we were so sure it was going to die, and in theory it did. Liquid did kill it. It just so happened that once it dies, you have this whole extra mythic phase where you have to get through that for that kill to count. So huge cheat death procced by Echo.
Yeah, it looks like the phase 4 kind of saved Echo.
It really did,
this one.
because without it, then, you know, Liquid would have 100% taken this, 100% taken the win for themselves. So, of course, it is only on Echo's shoulders right now as Liquid are getting some very well-deserved rest after a very long and difficult day of raiding on this boss. It's one of these fights where, you know, was here last night watching them into the early hours of the morning, and you could just tell that they were making mistakes on stuff that when they're awake, they just completely master it.
Yeah, and they were like saying on their streams, I remember, either the boss dies or we die. It was like really crazy to hear that. But yeah, I mean, they tried. They did everything they could, and at some point you're just human beings. You have to get some sleep because you're starting to play bad, and that's what happened. For example, on Dimensius, I remember last year we tried to push because even though Liquid got the wall first, we still wanted to like get done with that.
Yeah.
Right? And we started to play bad, and then sleep angle, and then wake up and kill the boss basically.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things for this fight, and it turned out that the call to go to bed was the right one, as Liquid, I believe, you know, just showed how difficult this fight really is.
Yeah, it was really scary though, because I believe that the players, they weren't really. I don't think they slept well. Because personally, as a caster, every time I would wake up, I was constantly checking Liquid, right? I was like, is the boss dead or no?
I checked Raider.io, and it was like a cached version of the page, and for whatever reason, Liquid didn't show up. Because, you know, it's got like at the front of the top of the page, it's Liquid versus Echo versus Method. It just said Echo versus Method. I'm like, no, dude.
Oh, no.
They got it. Oh, no. And then I refreshed the page. I was like, okay. Heart attack's over. Try to go back to sleep, get ourselves some rest, and the players are as well rested as they are going to get. Today is the day where Lura is going to be going down, finally, after 20 days, I think we're on now. Is it day 20, I believe? Or is it day 19?
I believe...
Day 20.
20,
yeah.
If we are counting the Heroic Week, of course.
Yeah, the players, of course, being here since for 20 old days, raiding and pretty much playing the game non-stop. Actually, in Heroic Week, they took Tuesday off.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
a little break.
Not really, because they were still having some meetings, trying some stuff, so not really, but yeah, I see what you mean. But also, even before getting into the venue, they were already working on this race to first by leveling more than 20 characters. I think Mirrors had like 30 characters, so
nearly,
they have been doing such a insane job for this race to first, for this exact moment. It's been more than a month now.
Yeah,
so.
And let alone everything on the lead up to this. The race prep starts as soon as the previous race ends, almost, in terms of making sure that you got all the gold for all the helpers and everything on top. So it's all come down to today. It's all...
Good luck going after our fans. We have a Huntrix meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Saja Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has Ramyun McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe!
It's a battle for the fans.
We love you! What?
Now at McDonald's. Pick a meal.
To pick a side. Don't fight. Kiss.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You are very much in the right place.
Go on. Good to know.
Share it with me.
I can't believe it.
You won't believe it.
We all deserve our moments of madness.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Don't get angry! Get Orchard.
Think you know sports, financials, crypto, or gold? See how you stack up against the market. With an intuitive interface, it's simple to use predicts. Just choose yes or no on whether you think an event will happen. Make your next call count. Download FanDuel Predicts now.
Paint. Sweat. Cheers. Tears. Rinse. Repeat. Care for your skin like you care for the game with Dove Men.
That are going to be coming down. They need to be soaked by all the players. You've got 20 seconds to basically stand in them for long enough.
Did die.
We do have a res available for him, so that will be being resolved relatively soon. And a death in this phase can be okay. Bloodlust is being popped after Karash was res, so hopefully he can make full use of that damage increase as they're going to be trying to slam out as much damage onto the boss as possible. Memory game coming in now. You see the T's going together, now the triangles and now the circles. We've had some really cruel patterns for them over the course of the race.
Oh yeah, we did, especially in the end where everyone pretty much is being targeted by these markers. But here comes the Big Bang. We are going to be popping one crystal on each side, and we are going to be moving as the boss is going to be removing a part of the room. And now we have only 2 crystals on each realms, which is going to be harder for the soaks here, as we need to stand in the light and soak at the same time. On top of that, we have to dodge the constellation. It's like really hard. We have to wait, like soak one at a time, and wait for the last one.
Yeah, we're looking pretty calm and collected right now. There are one last set of melody marks happening on this side. Once again, that sort of memory game. This time you have to have the people pair up for it. So once again, the T's need to find each other. A little bit of a complicated sort of way of getting around each other.
Yeah.
Narco making space, lovely there before the triangles go off. And then the X is having to soak the Lura's tears at the same time as the constellation. That was rough, but they did manage to stay calm and collected. The boss is getting down to 17.5% now.
Here comes the second Big Bang. We are placing the gateway here, ready to click it. Here it goes. Everyone is alive. We still have a combat rest available in case the boss's HP is super low, 16% right now, as the marks are about to happen. Melody mark here. On the other side, we are dealing with the 3 soaks again. Only 1 crystal remaining on each group. We cannot collide with each other. You can see this circle positioning around the crystal here. It is going to be the triangle first, but we are waiting for the constellations here. Circles goes now, and then it's going to be diamonds, circle, and X.
Yeah, they look like they have managed to do that with only a few seconds remaining. The soaks coming in on this side. Everyone is alive for now, but it's so easy for people to drop. But the boss's health is dropping at the same time. Getting lower to this 6%. The fight is not over at that point, though. Echo looking like they need to do this one last final soak. Mera's getting low as well. They gotta finish off these marks, soaking the tears at the same time. Looks like they haven't. The knockback from that mechanic is... Oh, that is so unlucky. That was looking...
Oh my god.
Oh, beautiful pull from Echo. Just shy of being able to get into that last phase where when those bosses reach 0%, that's when we'll be getting into it. Do you want to explain what happened with that knockback? That was so unlucky.
Oh my god, yeah. So if you're holding the crystal and you're getting hit by cosmic damage, you're gonna be spawning 2 tears of Lura, and they tried to soak it, but because the boss did the last Big Bang, he did a knockback on the players, and the players were in position for the soak, and like maybe 0.5 seconds before the tears of Lura was about to hit, the players got like knocked back by the boss. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like, oh, soak these circles, and by the way, bye! Just flung them out of the way.
That was really unfortunate. The timing was the worst one.
It was looking to be a very good pull, though. It would have been maybe a little bit tight on the damage, as the boss did reach that sort of 2%. It was within bounds, and we didn't have any deaths up to that point in the last sort of section, which is the hardest section. You're the most limited in space, because we only have 1 Dawn Crystal, which is the yellow circle that you're seeing on your screens. If you leave that circle, it's not going to instantly kill you, but you are going to get a pretty nasty dot, as well as a movement speed slow. So you're moving around slower, making it more difficult to deal with the individual mechanics, and you're already taking so much damage at that point.
And on top of that, the players that are doing the melody game, they have now 8 marks in total. Before that, it's 6, so they have 1 more symbol that they have to solve. So you can see that I believe that's everyone knows they're gonna be targeted because it doesn't target the tank and the one that is holding the crystal. So they can basically be in this nice shape circle around the crystal holder, and yeah, they don't have to. Yeah, I mean it's really hard, right?
It is. It's very, very difficult, especially when those constellations come in and they start to kind of cut off your pathways. You see the orbs that spawn, not the big ones up in the sky, but the little ones that are on the ground. When those orbs do spawn, they also then connect up with one another, and they do so in a pattern that I hesitate to say is entirely random, but it is very difficult to read very quickly. So your general best practice is to never stand directly between two orbs, even if they're not going to end up connecting. It does mean that you're limiting the space that you have to work with, which is already very limited. So an unfortunate wipe from Echo there, but it's excellent to see. We just want as many phase 3s as possible. Everyone is like a pull of the, lever when you're playing like what is it? I can't remember the word for it. The one-arm bandit style jackpot machine, slot machine. There we go.
Yeah, slot machine.
Yeah, so it's every single one of them is like playing the slot machine. We just have to keep playing. Eventually, we'll hit the jackpot.
Yeah, we need to get consistent with phase 1 and intermission basically, because phase 2 looks good.
It does generally, yeah.
I don't remember us wiping in phase 2 like.
Today.
Since yesterday, yeah, I don't think
maybe
it has been the case. I don't want to curse it, of course.
Oh, they can never wipe in phase 2. But I don't know. We do have a Kana sneaking in who hasn't necessarily given us the all thumbs up just yet, but perhaps that's a bit of information that you'll be able to provide us on the Archon analysis.
What was the question, good sir?
From Cruella, it was whether or not we had any phase 2 wipes today.
Let me take a goosey gander. There is one.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Well,
it's okay though.
Whether or not we had any phase 2 wipes today.
Let me take a goosey gander. There is one.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Well,
it's okay though.
Okay, so it says phase 2 because it was on the last set of the intermission marks.
Yeah,
so technically not phase 2.
Oh, okay.
But it counted as phase 2 in the log because they were about to go in there by the time that they died.
But that whole dance when we're shooting the, phase 2 being the part where we're shooting the orbs at the side of the room and getting them collected and we're all moving around as this lovely little pattern. You're right, they have kind of fixed that. It's a bit strange that in terms of the difficulty, it does feel like it's a small respite for the players, like a little bit of a breathing room given, which is most appreciated. Going into phase 3, which is a very, very intense, very difficult phase to kind of keep cool and calm and collected through, and then going into this last mythic-only phase, which completely blindsided me. Did you have any inkling that this would be in the fight? Did you think there was going to be a mythic-only phase?
I don't know. So I remember Kaina did say that the unrage was 10 minutes on the boss, and the end of phase 3 was at 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, 8:30. Yeah.
8:30. So yeah, we were like, okay.
There's some space.
I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't know. Honestly, I couldn't guess.
I love the design of it as well. I think mechanically, if that was the first phase of the fight, they would be done with it in maybe 3 pulls, maybe 4.
Yeah,
I think because it's so late, it's going to be more hard, right?
So for me, phase 1 is peak. So you have all the glaives. Of course, they got nerfed, but they are still really challenging.
Yeah.